Good evening, guys. Welcome in to the live stream. I'm going to go through this build, which is coming to a really good point. I made some adjustments since the last build video, and we're going to go through it, go through the changes, go through the gameplay, and then I'll continue the stream just kind of doing maps and stuff as I go. It's turning out to be a really fun build, this. I like the dragon. I love the fact that it's a chaos dragon as well with the monk. It's been a really good bit of synergy going on. The ascendancy points with the monk of Chayula is it's good. I mean, I love all of this. I would love to build into all of it, but you can't, obviously. I'm going to be restricted. I do have another round of ascendancies to get as well. Whether we do that tonight or not, I don't know. Probably do chaos, and I wouldn't mind kind of getting to the mid 90s to do that. Anyway, so we'll go through the skill gems, the adjustments, and then we're going to go through the passage tree and the gear as well. Give you an indication where I'm at. I'll probably do a path of building on this build as well in the description of the video, and if you want to talk about it, by all means come along and check out the Discord as well afterwards. If you enjoy this content, give me a like, sub to the channel, help me out, and yeah, if you want to join the games, you're more than welcome. My users are top right going over there. You can join on me anytime, hang out, and yeah, let's get into the build. So rolling magma is the one that was wheel spun with this. This is like the main predominant attack that I want to try and build into. So this is the Wyvern lob a ball of magma that deals an area damage on the ground. The skill chains bouncing forward to deal damage multiple times. Impacts on molten fishes and volcanoes will activate them as though they're slammed. So this is this is the skill here with the lobs. All right, and we can activate volcanoes more by lobbing, and we can generate fishes, and we can lob on the fishes, and they get more damage. So there's quite a lot of AoE damage. Pull welcome in, dude, which is good, and there's lots of nice synergy with this build as well, which is almost excellent. So what we've done in the rolling magma is I put mana leech in because it's quite an expensive cost. Is 134 mana for the attack. I've gone for the projectile deceleration. This means that they're tighter together. Attack speed, so I can lob more of them at the same time. Volatility. Now this is to go with the ascendancy. Volatility is these little purple things that float around me, these purple balls here. When that disappears after the cooldown is done, they detonate and they give me more damage, more chaos damage, as depending on how many are blown up. Okay, so on critical hit with the skill, I do get volatility, and then I've got chaos attunement as well, which gives me a nice amount of damage as well. This is very much a chaos build. For bossing, we use flame breath. I've got fire mastery, steadfast. This is a channeling skill, so I am vulnerable, so I've got that on at the moment. Chaos attunement, magnified area, and then I've got the exhaust pyre, which is chaos damage from hits. Supported skills also contributes to flame ability and night magnitude, and skills gain 40% fire damage as extra chaos damage, which is great. This is this ability here. That ability also will go with more damage if I got power charges. I get power charges from using Devour, which is the next skill, which is that one where you eat them, well, my minions in this case. I get power charges, and then when I fire, you can see I've got this lightning thing going on with the yeah, with lightning with the flames, which is more damage. Welcome in, dude. Hello, mate. Liquin 2134. Welcome in, dude. I'm just going through the build at the moment. Devour is the skill that I've just used to eat my minions. This basically devours a corpse or a colourable enemy to generate a power charge, but also regenerate lives. This is a good way of keeping my sustain going with all the other sustain I got going. Also, I can leap around, which is really good. And this helps generate the fishes because of the support gem. The fishes are generated from this, which is part of the branching fishes and the crater. So the crater is the one that generates them, and then the branching fishes generates more area of attack, which is great. and then that is amplified by the rolling magma. I've got life leech on here, life drain and rage. Life leech and drain, I'm kind of playing around with those two. Rage helps the flame breath extend, because the flame breath consumes power charge. It's possible to empower the skill, gaining extra lightning damage and spending rage slower. So there's a base time for this, and if you have rage, you can spend it and it goes on for longer. Volcano is like a debuffing skill, and also this is helping my volatility as well. This is the purple balls I've got going out with the volcanoes. So because of the stuff I've got, I do multiple ones of those. Now I am doing lots of little hits which generate critical hits with the volcanoes, and the volcanoes also generate volatility, which is well good way of stacking this up. Plus they do withering touch, which is a debuff for obviously the chaos damage. And then I've got overabundance, so I can have 2 of those as well, which is more. And then I've got wild shards 2, which generates have a 25% chance to fire 8 additional projectiles, so we get loads and loads of them. And then I've gone for pinpoint critical as well, so 60% more critical chance, which helps obviously the volatility. And then on my spirit stuff, I've got withering presence for obviously more wither, so more chaos damage. Mana remnants, because I'm a remnant build, I've got mana remnants which will not only give me mana but also help me with life recovery as well. Going into the later end tiers is good for this. Sacrifice, which is 60 spirit, which allows me to consume my minions, so I get portable lunches and portable craters, which is really strong. I like this ability, I think it's great. Skeletal carrots, because they are cheap, they don't do anything, they just run around being eaten, but they're level 21. I got last scarf, so I can I can probably split more into this, but I've just got last scarf, so well, I can see when they're going to be dead, and I can go and eat them. And then Essence Harvest, recoup 8% of your maximum mana when a persistent reviving minion created sport dies. So there's that. And then, so I've gone into Energy Shield on this build. I've got 1,822. I've got Convalescence. Now this is a bit of a trade-off between this or a Herald. I was using the Herald of Fire for kind of explodey damage. I've taken off that and I've gone for Convalescence, a bit more defensive. As I go into end game, I've gone full attack, and now I'm having to kind of creep back a little bit and a bit more defense. So I'm playing around with this, got clarity in there and cooldown recovery. So that's on a currently 23-second cooldown. Right, now onto the gear. This is a chaos build, so I've gone for the original sin. This converts all elemental damage to chaos damage. Quite critical with this because of obviously the nodes I've got are all chaos related. On the back bar, I've got the Sire of Shards Shimmering Staff. This allows me to add extra projectiles and fire spells fire projectiles in a circle. This means that my Volcano does loads of obviously balls, because we want the more balls, the more damage basically with those. I'm not bothered about the damage on this, even though it's 97%. It's got cast speed, and I got resistances on the back bar, which is great. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just basically a debuff and a buffing skill for me. So I've done Alpha Howl's armor cap for 100% spirit. Cold resist is really good on this as well. The spirit is the main thing here, just so that I can, go for sacrifice and skeletal minions. Key such a frag cog build, all this stuff, dude. There's so much synergy in this build; it is insane. All right, I've gone for armor. The reason I've gone for armor on this, the brass dome. I love the brass dome. I think it's a really strong bit of armor. It's 3,409. I got a buff this patch, which is pushing me up to 51. The other set that I was having on this was an energy shield one, which I have put somewhere in here. Oh my god, where has it gone? Which gave me a lot of energy shield actually. I've lost it. So I had an armor with energy shield. Where? Oh my god! Oh, I got rid of it. There it is. So basically the trade-off is this: either I go for 3,740 energy shield. Problem is, once the energy shield's gone, I'm relying on my life. So I thought, well, if I do a mix, instead of like doing on each armor piece, you like armor energy shield. I just basically do energy shield on my gloves, on my boots, and on my amulet, and then I slap in the one piece of armor on here. It kind of works. I mean, it saves me having to build otherwise into that. So I've got 51% armor. Obviously, my max resistance has been lowered by -4. A little problematic, but we're trying it. It's working okay at the moment, and also I don't take critical damage, which is a massive thing, right? Especially for some of these maps out there. So that's pretty good. I could always switch that back in again and go for more energy shields, so 3740. And with some other passive nodes, if I need to, I can go more into that. But at the moment, brass dome it is. Amulet is energy shield, spirit, strength, intelligence, and resistances. As pretty much is the other ring I've got. This is a little bit of damage, life, dex, resistances, and then chaos damage. Gloves, leech, and this is insane. The leech on the passives of the Monk of Chayula is massive. So I've got a leech, physical for mana and life, lightning damage, gain 5 enemies per hit for life, which is great. It's really defensive now on this. And then boots, movement speed, resistances, energy shield. So that's the loadout. On front bar, my talisman, more leech, attack skills, fire, physical, and physical. This could be upgraded. I've got a T4 on the fizz. We can probably get more on that and that fire as well. But that's a pretty good talisman for this build. We can probably do better. It hasn't been vowed yet as well. We like to vow things on this channel. And yeah, the rest is the nodes. Right, so I've been playing around with this. I've been mixing this backwards and forwards. Omen of Resurgence, question mark. We don't need Omen Resurgence, maybe. So I have been running 15s on this, which is good. We're making progress, Paul. We get some good damage on it, good survivability. Jewels need to be, I haven't really spec'd in jewels well. I've just picked stuff up. I haven't gone shopping for those yet, but we've got stuff to do there. So the build, starting off with the monk side of things, I did go for unraveling. Unraveling allows me to basically do elements like freeze, flammability, ignite, shock, and that sort of stuff. However, it's 2 points in, it's quite a lot to go for. So I've just set to inner turmoil. I don't take any damage from volatility, and gain 1 volatility and inflecting elements. I'm not bothered about the elements for getting volatility. I'm using crit, so I don't spec on the other 2 on that. Leech and Sap of Nightmares is insane. It's one of the best, in my opinion. Converts, basically, Leech recovers from chaos damage as well as physical. I mean, let's say it doesn't convert it, allows it as well as. So physical and chaos damage for Leech, which is massive. All my damage is chaos. It's huge. It keeps me alive. And then I've gone for Waking Dream. I like Waking Dream. I think this is a really, really, really good one. Into the Breach. It's just lots of these things knocking around, which give me damage and mana and health and these mana remnants, power remnants, really, really strong. The one thing I haven't looked into at all is the illusion, which I don't know if this is the right thing to do. When actives generate a copy of yourself that explodes, I don't dodge too much. Well, I think we will passively dodge, right? But I haven't really built that in. Probably on my next 2 ascendancy points, I'll keep going, and I might go into choice of power and just go full power, which remnants can be collected from 50 further away and have 50% effect. That is strong. And there is another remnant area that I want to go to actually now, which is this one here. 15% chance of remnants you create to grant their effectiveness twice. If I do that on top of doing that choice of power, we got a load of damage coming from that. So that is where I'm going to head to next on my nodes. Basically, we're picking up a lot of chaos on this. I'll leave remnants on so we can see where we're going. So flow like water, flow state. So we've got attack speed, and then we've got skill speed and then regeneration. We've got finesse for intelligence, helps for accuracy. It's always useful. More cannons, absolutely. Then we've got spaghettification for chaos damage, as well as event horizon for chaos damage. Lose 3% of maximum life and energy shield when you cast a chaos spell. These skills are all fire, so I don't lose, which is a really good synergy. Paul pointed that out to me, which is good. This is on all the time. Oh yeah, good point. I've added front bar, back bar now. So back bar is crit damage, front bar is chaos damage. Back bar for volcano crit, front bar for chaos damage, breathing, fire, and that sort of stuff. So on the back bar, I've got. Where is it? So back bar is. Where's my back bar stuff? Back bars, crit, yeah, hold on. There we go. That makes it easier. Back bar. So I've got critical exploit, critical hit, critical hit, critical hits. I've got true strike for critical hit chance. I've got careful assassin for reduced damage, not bother about damage, just want crit hit. So that's good. And then we've got controlling magic, increased critical hit chance for spells. Volcano is a spell, so that works really nicely. And then sudden escalation for critical hit chance for spells, 8% cast speed if you critically hit recently. So we've gone lots and lots of critical hit on the back bar. On the front bar, we go down for the chaos. So void for 29% chaos damage, lingering honor for 23% chaos damage, obviously wither away and pure chaos. They are front bar. And then volatility is on everything. So we got instability, so 25% chance to when volatile. On your exposure, you gain the equivalent amount of volatility, which is great. It does work. Not always as consistent as I would like, but it's good. We've got precise volatility, which is important. Volatile power also grants 1% increased critical hit chance per volatility exposure. So if I do a lot of critical hit, if I have a lot of volatile power, my critical hit will go up, which is great for bossing and that sort of stuff. I've hit ingenuity for more intelligence, and then because I've gone into energy shield, we've got the patient barrier, so 6% increased maximum energy shield there, but slower start rate on the recharge. We've got insightfulness, more intelligence, and maximum energy shield management mana, and then melding for more energy shield. And I've got the lucidity as well, so this is damage you're taken from mana before life, more kind of like survival stuff. And this is another one for the minions, right? So we've got Gravedigger, so my minions recover faster. So we've got 15% there and another 5 and 5, so we've got 25% there. And Unstable Bond, this is a bit of I've got to sacrifice 3 here to get this, 3 passives. But gain volatility when an ally persistent reviving minion is killed. Now, if I eat a minion, that actually counts as them being killed, and you can see not only have I got power charges, but I've got volatility as well. So that's given me 3 charges, which is an extra 3% damage. It's not game breaking because I haven't got many minions. However, it just allows me to keep my stacks going. If there are no enemies around, I can just eat one of my minions and keep those stacks going, which is really useful and helpful to kind of like if I want to keep my stacks and want to try and get as many as possible. So little bit of a tip there, and that's pretty much it on this. I think it's not a bad little setup. And then what did we get? In fact, because I've changed my amulet, I can distill that. So I've got a spare distill on that at the moment. Okay, that's pretty much the build at the moment. What I'm going to do is run some maps, and for the sake of winning, we're going to go for a T14. Not make it too crazy, so that we can show stuff. And then I won't use that in there. Let's use that in there. And then we can open up the game, and you guys can come and join in if you want, and we can do some maps and stuff like that. So lobbing magma balls, right? This is the main one, and then we want those fissures, so we jump on either our minions. We want some volcanoes for the purple balls, and also for the crit and volatility, right? The volatility is going up now. Got to keep that stuff rolling. And then we can cull, which is nice, for the cull, which is all good. You had a good run with the new guild this morning. Excellent indeed. Our new friend from New Zealand. And your minions as well, if you are low, you can always jump back on the minions and get and eat them as well. So currently on 22. Oh, I forgot to mention on Ren, which is my melee attack skill, which is a swipe. I've got the use 20. I can use 20 volatility to then get the damage. So I can force if I want to get some damage from volatility. Got to get the volcanoes up. Volcanoes is key to kind of getting more shit on the screen, right? And also getting that volatility up. So I'm going quite slow just to explain how things are going on this. There we go, keep going. Volcanoes, eat some. Let's go for the boss. Oh, I died. God damn it. You know, every one of these things where I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing, I always end up dying. It doesn't look good. And I'm supposed to be using my convalescence for life as well. I'm not even watching out on that. The new skill, that should keep me going. So if my energy shield goes down, I can smash that. And that would give me more life going. So there's quite a lot going on here. Changes have been made last night. I made some changes on this. So I need to make sure that my energy shield doesn't get depleted too much. There we go. Alright. So watch out, that energy shield's gone back up again, which is good. Right, minions have arrived, get these fishes going, couple of purple balls out. More purple balls, fishes. So I wouldn't be able to get fishes if I didn't have minions on, which is really good.
Need more mana.
Man, I need to learn how to aim that ability. Right, now my attack should be pretty good.
No mana.
Oh, come on! I was like, I can get it up. I can get my flame breath up. We can do the flame breath attack. It's going to be awesome. I've got 57 stacks on, but it just... I hate the fact that I'm so weak there. He's showcasing the best build in the world. Not really. Oh man. Maybe I need to go back onto the energy shield. Trying to showcase everything during a build run is not ideal, especially when I've got new abilities on. I'm sorry I died on that twice. That's embarrassing. Anyway, that is the build. It is like if I played the mechanics better and I wasn't too crazy about trying to get my all my abilities off, I think I would have done better there. And also the convalescence. I need to be a bit more mindful that it's there. It's a skill. I don't use energy shield builds. I've not really built into them before. So normally I go armor and then I can just like face tank, which I can't in this situation. So anyway, yeah, that's the kind of that's where I'm at the moment. I've still got a little few fine tunings to make, but all in, it's a fun build. I'm enjoying it. So yeah. Let me know your thoughts on it. If you would change anything, if you do enjoy this sort of thing, then you know, sub to the channel. I would love to try and do a wolf build next. Bear in mind that we've just had druids, all the talisman stuff in, and then roll another random ascendancy in class and see how that goes. Possibly we might start one this week. I feel like we've come to the end, not end of this build, but I'm kind of like we're going into sort of end game now. That's good. Right, so yeah, let me know, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. For those on stream, we're going to continue now, and hopefully have some better runs.